All right, guys, we are back, and it's time for some unfiltered truth. I'm here with Muddawg, who just had a big win in game number 5. You just sent TK home. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling great. Just really here to prove that I can play with the best, and it was great to get that win, grind it out.
You ready to get unfiltered?
Definitely.
All right, first of all, what's your name, how old are you, and where do you live?
My name is Eric Sanders. I'm 22 years old, and I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
How did you get started in video gaming?
I started gaming back in Halo 2 when it first came out for Xbox Live, and I got started in Call of Duty because of Crowster and Clayster.
What did you play before you were playing competitive games?
Before that, I just played Halo 2, Halo 3, and then Reach, but I was in college trying to play Division I lacrosse, so I didn't have much time to play video games.
Do you play any sports titles, fighting games? What would you say is your best game outside of FPS?
I'd probably say my best game outside of FPS is NHL, but I'm not very good at that, to be honest. I'm not good at any game other than first-person shooters.
I just like to run around and see how many hits I can get in NHL. I've maxed out at 47, so if you can beat that record, bring it. Yes, thank you. How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
How many people do you know are taller than you?
One, BL Fire.
Do you think you could dunk over him?
Yes.
Do you think you could dunk over all of the other 23 players here this weekend?
You know, if I had a trampoline, possibly, but I definitely would need, one of those professional grade ones. Play some slam ball out here.
I like the idea of slam ball. Speaking of slam ball in sports, do you have a favorite professional sport?
Definitely football. I love watching football. I'm a huge Eagles fan. So
that's terrible news. We'll cut it off there. Dallas Cowboys for the win. So football fan here, big Eagles fan. Favorite player, and what do you think of Deshaun Jackson?
I don't like him. He's got a crappy attitude, and I'm all about playing for the team.
So who do you want as a new wide receiver?
Preferably T.O. in his prime without the attitude, because he's a god.
And is Nick Foles even decent at football?
Yes, he's certainly decent. I really think we're going to have a bright future with him. I'm a big Mike Vick fan, but definitely could see us doing some damage with him.
All right, let's get back to video games real quick here. So you started with Call of Duty, played a little bit of Halo. When did you figure out that you were pretty good at this and could maybe turn it into a career?
I basically figured out 6 months ago, roughly. I started to place a lot better, and I really understood the game more than a lot of people. I think the biggest strength that I have is my work ethic, and that's kind of what separates me from the rest of the community.
And what kind of steps did you take from being an amateur and being relatively unknown in the scene to becoming one of the familiar faces that we see on our live broadcast on every weekend?
I just started out playing 8s with as many people as I could, going to local tournaments. Just every little win helps, playing the 2Ks, the 5Ks, all that. You know, anytime you beat a big name team in a tournament, gets your name out there a little bit more.
And last year we saw you coaching at PAX. Now you're playing. What's different about it this weekend?
It's a lot different as a player. When you're around the guys, you're talking about how you're actually playing, matching up versus them. Definitely have more respect from all the guys, and it's something I've always wanted to work towards for. Be respected as a player, not a coach.
What is your best loadout? Something that no one else uses. Do you have a special Muddawg loadout?
I'd probably say I run a double nade, double stun strong arm class, and I strong arm a lot in Search and Destroy, get a lot of people off the break. A lot of people don't want to put in the time to figure that out, but it's a really important part of the S&D game in this.
And last question, what's better? A muddy dog or a dog made of mud?
Definitely a muddy dog, 100%.
Thank you, Muddawg. We'll be right back. Curse Las Vegas facing off against Envy. Last match of the day coming up here on the main stage.